Hello, Mr. Ed here. Today is April 5th, 2018. And I'm back at my buddy Trelina's house. She just called me about 20 minutes ago saying, it happened actually about an hour ago that the swarm left the fireplace, and it was a big swarm. And I don't know if the camera is going to pick it up right now, but the bees, the box is full, and the bees are just clustered on the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and transfer these bees out, and I'm actually set them on the stand right here and let them stay a day or three, and then pick them up. But right now, this is, when I use these little swarm traps, these little swarm boxes like that, that's the kind of stuff the dirt rooster uses. He likes catching those little tiny swarms, and a 5-frame nuke, that's a lot of room for those little swarms he catches. But when Mr. Ed catches a swarm, they're going to fill a 10-frame box, Rooster. And so I got to go ahead and change it. I wish I wouldn't be so lazy sometimes and just go ahead and set out the 10-frame. But by the grace of God, just a few more minutes, I'm going to have these girls in a 10-frame, and they'll be tickle pink to become Abby honeybees. Let's wrangle.
I know the fig leaves are covering up really what's going on, so you really can't see it. The extent of how big this swarm is. Let me see if I can move these branches down and let you get a little peek at that. And how that swarm goes all the way underneath there. All right. Wow. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my box, put a little lemongrass, spray some sugar water in these girls, grab a couple of handfuls of them, put them in the 10-frame, and then start grabbing frames out of the box and transferring them over. All right.
Got the box set up. I got 5 frames in this one right now. And I'm going to move the whole setup really basically underneath it. And I'm going to drop these bees that are hanging down into the box. And then I'll take the box, this box, and take it off the tree and start unloading the bees into that. Hopefully it ought to work pretty good. So I'm going to spray them down with a little sugar water first. The whole underneath side of this thing is just covered with bees. And there's just so many bees, they just can't fit in the box. So they need to get into a bigger box. Alright, got that part done. Now I'm going to go ahead and slide the box underneath it, transfer some bees into this. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a couple of these handfuls of bees. I am not looking for the queen. I'm just trying to get bees into our box and transfer them out of here. And I'm just laying them in. I don't really want to get them all flying in the air. They're going to do that anyway, but I want to minimize this. Now that's a handful of bees, folks. They're just running around. I am kind of looking in there for that queen. In case there's two, more than one of them. Maybe there might be two virgins in there. So far I haven't seen any. All right, let's go ahead and take the box off the tree now. Let's see what's inside of here. Oops. Oops. They've already started building this wax up. So let's just drop these frames in here. Yeah, I can't help myself. I gotta look for her anyway. They've already put nectar in this on these frames. But that our privet is blooming right now, so we're in our first nectar flow right now. I didn't see her. Got one more frame. And a lot of bees in this box. I told you that before, a swarm had moved in here before, and I see there's a bunch of dead bees on the bottom of this box. So maybe the swarm that moved in before, something happened with it. And they stayed in the box. But anyway, the bottom of the box, of this little swarm box, is covered with dead bees. I don't want to dump it in here because of that. I don't want to dump the dead bees in there. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and turn this around and dump these bees on this board and let them just crawl into the box. Alright, let's go ahead and dump these bees right on the front. Let them walk in. Just see if that queen was up here. Yeah, they started to head in. I'll grab the camera and I'll show you that.
Wow, you just never ever get tired of seeing the bees marching into a box. That is just like so way cool. I'm gonna keep my eye over there. I wanna see if that queen is moving in there.
See, here's all those dead bees I was telling you. There were a bunch of dead bees in that box. And I really think these were from that first swarm that had moved in. Something happened. And, because there were bees in this little white box prior to when I caught that swarm in that larger box, the 10 frame. Now we still have bees on the fig tree. Let these girls get in there too.
Look at this, folks. Here's our queen right here. Look, here's our queen right here. I hope she's not hurt. She's looking like she's hurt. I'm gonna go ahead and pick her up.
Oh no, she's not hurt.
Thank you, Jesus. That's so nice. When I was looking at her, she was just like lethargic still. And I thought she got hurt or something, but she didn't. She didn't. She's in there. So I'm going to go ahead and just set her inside that box. I don't want to release her though. I don't know, that kind of looks like it is the old queen, but she's walking around like she's a virgin queen. Anyway, I'm gonna put the whole cage in the box. We'll get the bees in there. Thank you, Jesus.
Well, it's been 2 days since I've been out here, and I caught this swarm. I actually took the swarm and moved it from the little nuke box into this 10 frame, and I had put the queen in there. I did close that video out, but you know, I get so excited when I find the queen, you know, and sometimes I, you know, don't do everything right. So I forgot to hit the record button. So I'm going to do the closing on the video today, show you the release of the queen, and get that on video too. The weather is really nasty. It's overcast. It's gotten cool. It's right around 58 degrees right now. So I want to kind of do this quick, just get the queen released and get her going. It's been 48 hours, and so that's generally long enough when I suspect she's a virgin queen. Hopefully the cold weather make them stay put also. Yeah, they're all gathered up in there. Looks good. Looks really good. So I'm just going to pull out one of these frames and then grab the queen and release her and close this thing back up. And we're going to turn her loose on that very same frame that she's on right now. I think there'll be less complications with that. I mean, they're working this comb really well, really. Oops. All right. Here's our queen in the cage, at least. So we're going to get her out of here. They've got her already waxed onto the comb. We're going to undo all that. And we're going to turn her loose. Boy, that cage is full of bees. Oh, there she is. I see her. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and turn her loose. I know you all aren't going to be able to see her. I want to find her again. All right, there she is. She doesn't want to come out. She's still staying in there. Come on. She's got her head poked through the screen. Come on. There she comes. Here she comes. Here she comes. Finally. No, she doesn't want to get out the cage. Come on. There she comes. And there she's on our frame right now. That's her right here. Alright, let's put her in the box. Alright, good. Alright, close this thing up. Let these girls huddle up, because it is a little cool. Now I took the other swarm box out of here 2 days ago, and I got that thing already set up at the Abbey. And I'm going to keep these girls out here just for a few more days. It might be another week actually. And then I'll come pick this one up too. I still didn't bring the inner cover with me. Well, alright, successful. Queen released, bees are doing good, and this one is one for the books. So that's all I have for you in this one. So thanks for watching. Keep on watching, and I'll be making more. God bless. Mr. Ed. I'm out of here until the next video. You know, you got to keep these queen cages. Let's see, I got 1, 2, 3 of them. Mr. Ed is always ready.